both the contractors have joined together and they have decided to undertake this particular activity for 1 year. Whereas joint venture does not have a firm name, whereas partnership firm does have a firm name. How the accounts that has to be prepared in joint venture? So here no co-venturer works for commission. Whereas in consignment, of course, consignee works for a commission. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today we are in the first session of Unit 1, that is joint venture. Now let us see what is the meaning of joint venture and how the accounts has to be prepared in joint venture. For that, first we shall see what is the meaning of joint venture. So, before going through this explanation, I'll give an example so that you can understand clearly what is the meaning of joint venture. Suppose there are two parties, that is two contractors, A and B. Now, A is undertaking different types of activity on a contract basis. So, it may be construction of building, construction of dam or construction of road. Such kind of activities will be taken, or the different activities will be taken by contractor A. In the same way, contractor B on the other side is also taking such kind of activity, that is construction activities. So different various types of construction activities. Now, for example, a tender has been called for the construction of building worth rupees 10 lakh. So the contract price is 10 lakh. So here tender has been called. Now, A individually can't take the contract. In the same way, B individually can't take the contract because the capital investment in A is 5 lakh, whereas in B, it is also 5 lakh. Now, individually, they can't take up the contract. So, during such situation, what these contractors will do? They will combine together. So, this A and B will combine together and take up this contract, that is take up this tender. Now, what you have understood by this example, so here there is a relationship between the two parties. So like partnership only, so there is a relationship between two parties where they undertake a particular type of business activity where their main aim is to earn profit. But what is the difference between partnership as well as this joint venture? Whereas partnership, it will continue for a longer period of time, right? So depending upon the agreement, so it will continue for a longer period of time. But when compared to joint venture, for example, this contract is for 1 year. Okay, so here both the contractors have joined together and they have decided to undertake this particular activity for 1 year. So after the completion of this contract, here A and B gets depart. So they are not going to continue in the future. So it is a short-term contract between the two parties where they undertake the business activity where the main aim is to earn profit and they will share their profit in their profit sharing ratio. Clear about this joint venture? Yes. Now we shall see what is the meaning of joint venture. When two or more persons, so this I have told you. So two or more persons join together to undertake a particular business operation. So here they are going to, or they are joining together in order to undertake a particular business operation and to share the profit and loss arising in an agreed ratio is called as joint venture. Now what happens here? Of course, two or more parties come together and they undertake a business activity and their main aim is to earn profit and they share that profit and loss arising from that particular business. Now, thus a partnership is a temporary partnership without a firm name. Now, joint venture is what? It is a temporary partnership. So I have told you, since if we take this example only, so this contract is for 1 year, right? So after the completion of that 1 year, so they are not going to continue that contract. So they have finished the construction work within 1 year and they are going to depart. So they are not going to continue. So it is called as what? It is a temporary partnership. So thus joint venture is a partnership where it is called as temporary partnership without a firm's name. Whereas in partnership firm, we'll be having a firm's name, right? Whereas in joint venture, they don't have a firm name. They temporarily come together. They undertake the activity for a particular period of time. So after the completion of that work, they get departed. So it is an agreement between two or more persons to undertake a specific business. For example, if they have joined together in order to construct a dam, so their main work is to construct a dam. After that, they get departed. So for a specific purpose, they are joining together. So specific business activity as such, joint ventures comes to an end as soon as particular venture is completed. So after the completion of a particular business, they get departed. So the venture gets or comes to an end. So there will be no continuity. For example, if a contract is for 2 years, so after the completion of 2 years, it comes to an end. So here joint, I have told you, joint means together, venture means business. So here what you have to remember, joint venture is nothing but two or more person come together and they undertake a business activity for a particular period of time and for a particular purpose. So after that purpose is fulfilled, then they get departed or the joint venture comes to an end. And here, like partnership, you don't have a name for joint venture. So it is like a temporary partnership without a firm's name. So this is all about meaning of joint venture. Now let us see what are the features of joint venture. So the first feature is two or more parties form a joint venture. So like partnership only, there should be at least minimum 2 members. So two or more parties form a joint venture. And the second feature is it is formed to achieve a specific goal or objective. So for example, I have told you, so if the joint venture or the two parties have come together for the construction of road, so it is a specific purpose, right? So after completion of that particular purpose, so here the joint venture comes to an end. So what they will do, it is formed to achieve a particular purpose or particular goal. And the next one is, when the objective or goal is accomplished, joint venture comes to an end. So I have told you, it is also called as temporary partnership, where after the completion of a particular purpose or after the completion of a particular period, so here the joint venture comes to an end. So it is called as what? Temporary partnership. Next point is, that is next feature, a joint venture may or may not have a name. So like partnership firm, here the joint venture will not have a name. So they might have a name or they may not have a name. So it's not compulsory like a partnership, it should have a name here. Whereas here in joint venture, so it's optional. So they might have the name or may not have the name for that particular venture. Next, the profit or loss shall be shared by the co-venturers. Now, who is called as co-venturers? The parties in partnership firm is called as what? Partners, right? In the same way, the parties in joint venture is called as co-venturers. Clear? So, the parties in the partnership firm is called as partners and the parties in the joint venture is called as co-venturers. So, the profit and loss shall be shared by the co-venturers in an agreed proportion. So, in what proportion they have agreed earlier, in that proportion, this profit and loss will be distributed among the co-venturers. So, as I told, it's a contract between two parties. So, where they agree to share the profit and loss. So, on which ratio they have agreed, in that ratio it will be distributed. And if there is no agreement regarding this, it shall be shared equally. So like partnership only. So if nothing is mentioned in the partnership deed, then the partners will share their profit and loss equally. In the same way, in the joint venture also, in the agreed proportion, they will share their profit and loss. So if they have not agreed to share or if there is no information about the profit sharing ratio, then it is shared equally. Equally is nothing but 1:1 ratio. Next, it is not necessary that all the co-venturers must contribute the capital. So unlike or like your partnership, so here each and every partners will contribute the capital, right? Whereas in joint venture, it's not compulsory for all the co-venturers to contribute the capital in the joint venture. Next, we shall see what are the accounts prepared in joint venture. So, I have told you here also we have to prepare proper accounts because it's a relationship between the two or more parties, right? And it is for a shorter period of time. So, during that period, we have to prepare accounts in order to know what are the expenses incurred, what are the amount to be distributed to the co-venturers. So, for each and everything, we have to prepare proper accounts. Let us see what are the accounts that has to be prepared in joint venture. So the first one is joint venture account. So the first account to be prepared is joint venture account. Let us see what is this joint venture account. So it is an account prepared to ascertain the profit or loss. So it is same like the profit organization where we are going to prepare trading profit and loss account, right? So it is similar to profit and loss account. So it is an account prepared to ascertain the profit or loss made on joint venture. So in order to know the profit or loss made in the joint venture, so we have to prepare an account which is known as joint venture account, and it is similar to profit and loss account of a profit organization, and it is a nominal account. So here this joint venture account is a nominal account and it is prepared in order to ascertain the profit or loss on joint venture, which records goods purchased and expenses incurred for the venture. So what are the items that has to be recorded? Goods purchased. That is goods purchased in the joint venture. Next, expenses incurred in the joint venture. Next, goods sold, goods withdrawn by the co-venturers. So all these items we have record in joint venture account. That is goods purchased or any expenses which is incurred or any of the material which has been taken over by the co-venturer. So all these have to be recorded in joint venture account. So ultimately the main aim is to prepare this account is to know the profit and loss on joint venture. This account also reveals the profit and loss and it is divided among the co-venturers in the agreed proportion. So after recording all the items, that is expenses or what is the total price of the contract, then what are the material which has been taken over by the co-venturers, what is the loss on the material sold. So each and everything will be recorded in joint venture account and the ultimate balancing figure will be either profit or loss on joint venture. So that profit and loss on joint venture has to be distributed among the co-venturers, that is the parties of joint venture, who is called as what? Co-venturers in their profit sharing ratio, that is agreed profit sharing ratio. If nothing is mentioned, then it is to be distributed equally. Next, second account to be prepared is co-venturers account. So this is same as partners capital account in a partnership firm. So in joint venture, we are going to prepare co-venturers account. So it is an account of each of the co-venturers maintained. So here it contains, or we have to prepare account for each and every co-venturers. So that will be recorded in one account which is known as co-venturers account. So how we are going to prepare partners capital account, where we are going to ascertain the balance of each and every partner, right? In the same way, this co-venturers account is prepared for each and every co-venturer. So entries are made in this account for the contributions made. So what are the contributions made in the joint venture? Then expenses paid, collections made by them on behalf of the joint venture business, and asset or liability taken over by the joint venture. So all these items which is related to the co-venturers will be recorded in co-venturers account. That is, what is their contributions, what are the expenses which has been incurred by each and every co-venturer. Then on behalf of joint venture, if any expenses is paid by this co-venturers, so all these will be taken into consideration under co-venturers account. So when the joint venture is closed, co-venturers will pay the amount due to them and they shall be closed. So here, by preparing this co-venturers account, we'll come to know what is the amount that has to be paid by the co-venturers, or what the amount that has to be received by the co-venturers from this joint venture. So that in order to ascertain that, so we have to prepare co-venturers account. Now moving on to the third account, that is joint bank account. So this is same as your bank account. So you are going to prepare joint bank account, that is relating to the expenses or income which has incurred in the joint venture business. So in joint venture, so what are the expenses and income have incurred, so that will be recorded in joint bank account. That is the venturers who have made expenses or who have received expenses, what is their contribution. So if anything that has to be transferred to joint bank account will be recorded in joint bank account. So a joint bank account is a personal account operated by the co-ventures together. So here it is operated by the co-venturers together. So all cash transactions, so I have told you all the amount or all the transactions relating to cash will be recorded in joint bank account of the joint venture are operated through this account. So here we are going to record all the cash transactions. Next, all payments into bank are debited to joint bank account. So here all the payment as well as all the receipt, that is whatever the amount which has been received that is relating to cash will be recorded in joint bank account. So all the payments will be debited to joint bank account and all the payments out of the bank are credited to this account. So it records capital contribution of co-venturers, sale and purchase of goods and expenses incurred. So what are the contributions by each and every co-venturers in the joint bank account, and what are the expenses they have incurred, and what are the incomes which have come into the a joint venture. So everything will be recorded in joint bank account. So when the joint venture is closed, the balances due or due from the co-venturer are settled through joint bank account. So the main aim of preparing joint bank account is to settle the account of co-venturers. So in order to settle the account of co-venturers, we are going to prepare joint bank account by recording all the cash transactions of joint venture. Now let us see what are the difference between joint venture and partnership firm. So I have told you this is like a partnership where it is also called as temporary partnership. So joint venture is also called as temporary partnership, which will be there for a limited period of time, and once the purpose is fulfilled, so here the joint venture gets departed or it comes to an end. Now let us see what is the difference between joint venture and partnership firm. So the first difference is a joint venture is formed to achieve a specific goal or objective. So I have told you, so if there is a contract of construction of building, right? So it is a specific objective. So here the business undertaken is only construction of building. So it is mainly formed in order to undertake a specific objective or a specific purpose. For that it is formed. Whereas a partnership does not have a specific objective or goal. So here their main objective is to earn profit, but they undertake various types of activities, right? Whereas coming to the joint venture, they undertake only one particular activity where their main aim is to earn profit only, but they undertake only one type of activity. Whereas in partnership firm, they undertake various types of activity in order to earn profit. So this is the first difference between joint venture as well as partnership firm. Now come to the next difference. The person carrying on joint venture are called as co-venturers. So this I have told you. So the parties in joint venture is called as what? Co-venturers. Clear? So as I told, there are two contractors. So they come together into a joint venture. Then that contractors are called as what? Co-venturers. Now let us see what is the difference between joint venture and partnership firm. So this is partnership firm. Let us see what is the difference between joint venture and partnership. So as I told you, partnership or joint venture is called as what? Temporary partnership, where they undertake their business activity for a specific period of time and for a specific purpose. So you have understood the meaning of joint venture, right? Now let us see what is the main difference between joint venture and partnership. So coming to the first difference, a joint venture is formed to achieve a specific goal or objective. So this I have already told you. If two contractors have joined together for construction of building, then they undertake only that particular activity. That is construction of building for a particular period of time, and after the completion of construction of building, so here joint venture comes to an end. But what about partnership? A partnership does not have a specific objective or goal. So here they do not have a specific objective. So here the partnership main objective is to earn profit, but they undertake various types of activity in order to earn profit, right? Whereas coming to the joint venture, so they undertake only one type of activity where their main aim is to earn profit, but they undertake only one type of activity. So whereas partnership, they undertake various types of activities. So this is the first difference between joint venture as well as partnership. Now coming to the next difference, the persons carrying on a joint venture are called as co-venturers. So this I have told you. So as I told, there are contractors who come together and they undertake a particular type of business activity. Here that parties, that contractors is called as what? Co-venturers. So they are not called as contractors. So when they are in individual, of course they are contractors. When they join together into a joint venture, then they are not contractors. They are called as co-venturers. Whereas you know about partnership. So the persons carrying on a partnership are called as what? Partners. So this is the difference. So here in partnership, they are called as, the parties are called as partners, whereas in joint venture, they are called as co-venturers. Now coming to the third difference, there is no necessity for a firm name in case of joint venture. So as I have told you in the feature itself, so there is no compulsion that a joint venture should have a name. So without name also they can undertake their activities. But whereas in partnership, of course compulsorily they should have a name for the partnership firm. So a partnership does not or does have a firm name, whereas joint venture does not have a firm name, whereas partnership firm does have a firm name. In the sense, it should have a firm name according to partnership deed. Next, joint venture are not governed by a separate act. So there is no particular act which is governing the joint venture. But whereas partnership, you know about partnership, it is governed by Indian Partnership Act of 1932. So there is a particular act, right, for partnership. So it has to be governed as per that act only, that is Indian Partnership Act of 1932. Now coming to the next difference, profit or loss is ascertained only when the venture is completed. So here, as I told you, so these parties come together in order to undertake a particular purpose. So after that completion of that particular purpose, then only profit and loss is ascertained. Whereas in partnership, so they are going to ascertain the profit and loss annually. So each and every year, we are going to prepare partnership accounts. Annually, we are going to see what is the profit and loss of the partnership firm. Whereas in joint venture, so if the duration is for 4 years, so here the duration of joint venture is for 4 years. So after the completion of 4 years only, profit and loss will be ascertained. Whereas in partnership, it is ascertained annually. Next, joint venture transactions are recorded on liquidation basis. So once whole venture is completed, then only we are going to prepare the accounts, right? So it's nothing but what? Liquidation process. So we are preparing accounts according to liquidation process. So what I mean by liquidation? Closing down of the organization. So here the joint venture comes to an end, then we are going to prepare the accounts in order to ascertain the profit or loss, right? So it is nothing but a liquidation process. Whereas partnership transactions are recorded on a going concern basis. So here I have told you, partnership accounts are prepared annually, and not only annually, so they can prepare whenever they want, right? So this partnership accounts is like a going concern concept or going concern basis, where the partnership goes on continuing. Whereas a joint venture, so after the completion of a particular period, they comes to an end, so it is like a liquidation process. So these are the certain difference between joint venture and partnership. Hope you are clear with the difference. Now let us see what is the difference between joint venture and consignment. So what is this consignment? So for example, if there are two parties, for example, if M is a party, so he is having certain number of products or a bulk quantity of products, but in his area that products has no sufficient demand. In his area that product is not having a demand. So during such situation, a person may be there, that is O. Now O tells M that, so in O's area, so products might be having more demand. That is for M's product, so in O's area, so it will be having more demand. So what the M will do, M will appoint an agent here which is called as O. Okay. Now M will appoint a person who is an agent who is called as O. Now what is the work of O? In order to distribute the goods in that particular area where there is more demand. Now O distributes the goods. O takes the goods from M. So O doesn't become the owner of that particular goods. He just acts as an agent for which M will give the commission. So M will appoint a person who is known as agent. Okay, so now M transfers the goods to O on the basis that O has to sell that goods. For selling that goods, M will provide certain percentage of commission. So here O is not the owner of the goods, so he will receive the commission from the owner of the goods, that is M, and distribute that goods to the customers. Now this process, so here transfer of goods is known as consignment. Now ownership will remain in the hands of M only. M just transfers the goods to a person who is known as agent, and that agent has to sell the goods to the customer for which he receives commission from the owner of the goods, that is M. Here O, that is the agent will work for what? Agent will work for commission. Now M is known as consignor, that is owner of the goods, and N is known as consignee. M is known as consignor and O, sorry, not it is N, it is O. N is known as consignee. Now what happens? Consignor transfers the goods to consignee on the condition that the goods has to be sold by the consignee, for which consignee receives certain percentage of commission from the consignor. So here the ownership will remain in the hands of consignor itself, and whatever the profit or loss that arise from selling of the goods, that goes completely to the consignor. It doesn't goes to the consignee, because consignee will be paid in the form of commission. So this is about consignment. Now let us see what is the difference between joint venture and consignment. Now going to the first difference, joint venture is a partnership without name. So this I have told you. So joint venture is nothing but what? It is a temporary partnership without name. But what about consignment? Consignment is not a partnership business. So it is not a partnership business. So if you see this example, here M and O are not partners, right? So O is just an agent of M. So they are not partners. Whereas joint venture is a temporary partnership without a name. Now coming to the second difference, the parties to the joint venture are called as what? Co-venturers. So this I have already discussed. So the parties in the joint ventures are called as co-venturers. Then who are the parties in consignment? The parties in the consignment are called as consignor and consignee. So this I have explained you. Who is a consignor? That is owner of the goods, and consignee is the agent who works for commission. So in consignment, the two parties are consignor and consignee. Next, third difference is the relation between the co-venturer is similar that of a partner. So here the relationship is like what? Like a partners. Whereas coming to the consignment, the relationship between the consignor and consignee is that of principal and agent. Now consignor is principal and agent is consignee. So the relationship is that of consignor and consignee is like a principal and agent. Whereas in joint venture, the relationship is like a partners. Next, both buying and selling activities are undertaken by the co-venturers. It's nothing but a partnership business, temporary partnership where there is buying and selling takes place. But what about consignment? In consignment, only selling activities are undertaken. So this I have told you. Here, Consignor directly gives the goods to agent, that is consignee, and consignee sells the goods. There is no purchase of goods anywhere, right? Because here the agent is not purchasing the goods. He is just acting as an agent. So here only selling takes place, but whereas in joint venture, both buying and selling takes place. Next, the amount of capital may be contributed by co-venturer or any one venture. So here what happens, the amount will be contributed by all the co-venturers or any one of the co-venture. But what about the capital contribution in consignment? In case of consignment, investment will be made by the consignor itself. So here owner itself will make the investment in producing the goods, right? So after that, consignee act as an agent in selling the goods, whereas in joint venture, so here capital contribution can be made by all the co-venturers or any one of the co-venturer. Next difference is, in case of joint venture, who is entrusted with the sale of goods may not or have a commission. So here there is no word called commission under joint venture. So here no co-venturer works for commission. Whereas in consignment, of course, consignee works for a commission, right? So in consignment, the consignee is always entitled for commission. But whereas in joint venture, there is no word called as commission. So they work for profit. Next, all venture share the profit and loss in the agreed ratio. So here all the venturers, that is, all the parties in joint venture share the profit and loss in the agreed ratio. Whereas here, entire profit and loss goes to whom? To the consignor, that is, owner of the goods. So whatever the goods which has been sent by the or sold by the consignee on a commission basis, so all that profit and loss goes to the owner of the goods, that is consignor. Whereas here, that profit and loss in the joint venture will be distributed among the co-venturers. Next, risks are borne by the co-venturer. So here the parties of the joint venture, that is known as co-venturers, so they only have to accept the risk. But whereas in consignment, who will take the risk? Risk will be in the hands of consignor, whereas consignee just work under the consignor for a commission, where all the risk will be in the hands of consignor itself. So these are the certain difference between joint venture and consignment. Hope you have understood both the meaning of joint venture as well as consignment. And this is a very important questions which might ask for 5 or 10 marks, where you have to write the, if they ask for 5 marks, you have to write the 5 difference between joint venture as well as consignment, or if they ask for 10 marks, you have to write 10 difference. Clear? So this is the main difference between consignment as well as joint venture. So in my next session, I am going to discuss about how the accounts that has to be prepared in joint venture, and we shall solve a problem on joint venture. So we shall take a problem and solve a problem on joint venture. My dear students, hope you all understood the session. So today we have discussed about joint venture. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.